I've been coming to Troy for 24 years. I've been doing the turkey trot for like 22 of them. Great food, great architecture, great coffee, love the people. It's fun, small, quaint, love it.
I came to Troy because of the lighting center, and we stayed because we love it. And I love the waterways around it and the small town feeling it has. And now I call it home.
Troy is a great place to live and do business. Strong community, great, nice and kind people, and a lot of potential. We have a lot of great customers supporting us through this tough time.
I've been a furniture designer, a sculptor, and a cabinet maker here in Troy for 50 years now. And I really like it because it's felt like a place that's given me permission to explore my career and to do what I want to do. People have been wonderfully supportive. It's a town that's small enough where you can make a difference and big enough that it matters.
I love Troy because the diversity, the people, the food, and especially the community, and it's a lot over here in Troy. And especially giving the opportunity to have a business, my first time ever.
What I like about Troy is the people in the community. They've been really welcoming and warm and friendly. I think opening up a business here, it's been a really pleasant experience because of the community and the support throughout the years, and it's everything I could have hoped for, really.
There's so many amazing things going on in Troy. The business owners are so collaborative and supportive. It's an incredible place to be. Come on and say hi to us and join us for all the fun.
During these hard times, I've been watching all of these business owners that have been around way longer than I have. I've only been in the game for like 2 years, but just watching them and how they bob and weave and just refuse to go down, and just coming up with really creative ideas on how to keep their business afloat is really inspiring.
I love Troy. Why? It is the best community you'll ever find. The people stick together, we look out for our neighbors, and we take care of life one day at a time, back to back.
Hello and welcome to the annual Sammy Awards. This is our 9th annual event, and of course it is virtual tonight. We are so excited that you are with us here tonight, watching along and celebrating our community. And as everybody else has said tonight already, it's all about our community and this amazing place that people just love to be a part of. We will be announcing some awards tonight, thanking some of our sponsors, thanking other people who have been involved in our community and showcasing our community throughout this entire event. A huge thank you to our sponsors up front, J Fagan Sons, who's actually going to join us tonight, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, the Troy Capital Resource Corporation and Troy Local Development Corporation, the Kaleel Jamison Consulting Group, Pattison, Sampson, Ginsberg, and Griffin, Muddaddy Flats, Nacho Average Quesadilla, E. Stewart Jones, Hacker Murphy, United Group of Companies and City Station, the Rosenblum Companies, Assemblymember John McDonald, Dalia Accounting and Cash Management, and Ross Valve. A huge thank you to them for making this possible tonight and for making it really possible to do what we do here in Troy. Also, another thank you to Richard, who is behind the scenes tonight, making this all run for us. He is from Agora Media. We also have Joyce in the background making some things happen. We'll see her a little later. So thank you to both of them for making this happen tonight. We are at the Innovation Garage tonight. You can see in the background here, we have some lovely things from some of our local businesses. We have Brown's Brewing, which has a special tonight. If you go to our website, scroll down, you'll see their special, as well as Bard and Baker. If you order takeout tonight with them, you can get a special discount or some fun things from them. There's also a link on our website for shopping, dining, and exploring. So check those out. Maybe order takeout while you're standing here or sitting here watching us, or after the show. So to get going tonight, we have a live Q&A with some of our nominees for the evening. You guys really came and told us exactly who you love in Troy, what stood out about them. We had such a large amount of people telling us exactly what they love about our community. So thank you to anybody who nominated someone for this event, and we look forward to spending the evening with you. Awesome. So we're getting some of our nominees on here today. Can you guys all see yourselves in there? So congratulations to all of you. You guys have obviously stood out in our community and people have recognized that. So I appreciate everything that you guys do. So we have a quick Q&A just to get to know you guys a little bit better, and what you love about Troy, what it means for you to be a part of this community. So I would love to ask Oliver, when you go around downtown, you're hanging out, where do you frequent the most? What's your favorite business in downtown?
Yeah, for sure. I go to Bard and Baker quite often. Actually, surprisingly, spend a lot of time at Little Peck's. Being that we're right across the street, I order pizza from them at least like once a week. And it's really been cool seeing how they pivoted through all of this. But I worked there for about 2 years, or like a year. So I have like a certain affinity to the business.
Teresa, what about you? You've been here for a while. What is a business that stands out to you that you love to frequent?
So it's a hard choice because I really do kind of like try to pop in everywhere. But one of my favorite places is actually Broken Mold with Bianca. And it's not even just her store. What I see is like not only her supporting her community, but when I go into her shop, she's teaching lessons. And as a former art teacher, like I'm just so grateful to see that. But then being that I rent from the art center, I often see her popping in there to teach lessons. And just, I see her doing all of these different things. And I don't have enough time in the day. I don't know how she has enough time in the day. But I just love going in there, and like that new gallery space is so nice. And she just does so much for the community. So, yep.
I think that's part of something you'll see in Troy all the time is that every single person that's in Troy is everywhere, right? How do you, how does everybody do all the things? Bianca, what about you?
Oh my gosh, I was kind of racking my brain. It is too hard to pinpoint one. I lather up with T&J every morning. I love the bookstore. Books as gifts are always just a go-to item. Art centric. Deborah's always got anything you could find for your eclectic person. So I again, just like Teresa, I kind of try to spread as much Troy giftery as possible.
Exactly. There's so many amazing places to hang out in and get to know. Kevin, what about you?
Yeah, there's so many good places. That's key. DeFazio's, Bespokey, Slide and Dirty, The Ruck, Muddaddy's, 518 Craft. I mean, it's just there's just too many. It depends on what you have to choose that night, what you're in the mood for.
So Jake and Alejandro, you guys are new to business in Troy. What does it mean for you to be part of a community that is made up solely of really small businesses?
For me, I love it because I feel like we can all be supportive of each other. Just the other day, someone came in and goes, do you feel like you're competing with everybody? And I'm like, no, I feel like we're all helping. The more of us are here communicating, working together, the more we can specialize, be passionate about what we do. We're not up against giant corporations. We're up against people who are, making a living and thriving.
Barb, how do you? I mean, you're in a different field than some of the other people on the call today. What stands out to you about being part of this small business community?
Oh, I think it's definitely the fact that you can walk in any place and kind of know the owner, be recognized, say hello, and yeah, just be part of the whole network. It's interesting. We're architects, but there are like 8 or 9, maybe 10 architects in downtown Troy now. It's like quite the place to be for that creative business. So I love that. We're going to start our own chapter. But I love everything about it.
That's great. Kevin, what about you?
What's that?
What stands out to you as being part of a small business community? I know out of any community you could be part of, you chose Troy, and it has really made up so much of small businesses.
It really is that just the group of people that are here. They all care about what they're doing. They all want to help each other, and they all realize that the better one of us does, the better everyone else does. It's a group effort. It really is that rising tide type of thing that I truly believe in, and this city kind of fully pushes towards that, and I think it pays off.
Definitely. Teresa, it has been an incredibly difficult year. What kept you waking up every morning, going into your shop, doing all the things you have to do as a business owner? What woke you up in the morning and kept you moving?
So for me, I really, it was a few things. It's like even those days that we had that were just filled with fear for every single one of us. My customers kept keeping me going. And I also, every single business owner, as we were actually pivoting, just seeing different things. And I'd wake up in the morning and just see, all of these online orders from this community. And then, people calling the shop, can you run this out? And then things happening, my car died the day before COVID started. Kevin ended up stepping up and delivering beer soaps as he was doing beer deliveries. My other friend that owns a farm was doing the same thing with her CSAs. So I just felt like, even though it was crazy and it was insane, and there was days where we really were crying, there were those things that they made us wake up. We were in this collaborative weirdness together, and I don't know, it's just it wasn't easy, but we did it. And I don't know, the funny things, everything from Sue's toilet paper cake, just seeing what everybody was doing. Deb and I started doing sidewalk sales when it got safe. And it was, I don't know, just watching everybody adapting, all of the other businesses, and then the support from our clients and customers were really what it was. That was a long-winded answer, sorry.
No, I love it. Bianca, what about you? I mean, you expanded your business during COVID. What woke you up in the morning?
Well, Carol didn't move out until I believe it was October. So during the shutdown, I had expanded the little studio area even more within 284 River Street. And I knew I was going to have to be able to stretch out the wheels a little bit to at least take in 3 students at a time, as opposed to the 6 I could take. And then when Carol downsized, I thought that was a good opportunity to have the shoppers be in a space. It was a risk, but I think it was definitely worth it. Everything looks so beautiful over there. You can see everything. Having my students be comfortable and safe and spread out is pretty amazing. So I wouldn't have been able to take the leap if I didn't have the customers that were coming in luckily it was right before the holidays, so that was really helpful time to make it happen. And it's been just proving to be a great move.
Great. I'm glad to hear that.
Thanks.
Alejandro, you guys, really opened up right in the heart of the pandemic. And as a new business owner yourself, what would you say to somebody else who is looking to open a business sometime soon or in the future?
Looking up for like the perspective that I will say take advantage of what's going on in the world and have the experience to like improve what their business plan is right now, so they can grow stronger in the future. Hopefully, at that time, COVID will be over, but learn from this experience. Even as I said that before, if all of us survive the pandemic, we'll survive everything. You will rise all together as a strong business.
Yeah, if you can survive this, you can survive anything.
Right. Even the winter.
Even the winter. Oliver, what about you? I know you had a business before, but really located in Troy during the heart of the pandemic. What would you say to somebody who was looking to open a business?
Yeah, I would say a big part of my transition into actually having a storefront was just like really just being open. Like I knew what I wanted, but I didn't necessarily have like a specific plan to making that happen. So it was really like, I don't know how much I believe in like manifestation, but I do believe that if you have a certain goal and you ask the right questions and you communicate what you need and you make yourself a part of the community, like you will receive the things that you need to grow, like as a small business and even just as a person. So that's been a huge lesson from 2020. It's just kind of like sometimes just let go, and that will lead you to the thing that you need most.
Well, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for being part of this Q&A. We'll probably see most of you again later. But thank you for being such an amazing part of our community. At this point, we are going to go into some videos. So thank you for being part of this program.
Thank you.
It was a privilege being able to work with so many different business owners throughout the pandemic, really all the time, but really closely one-on-one with a lot of different businesses. We were able to also work with Chromoscope Pictures over the year. They provided some videos with some of our businesses to kind of understand what businesses were going through, but also what it means to be a business owner. So this next video is from Chromoscope Pictures, and we're looking forward to you being able to see it.
One of the greatest things I think about what I do, and I tell this to clients a lot, is that the wood itself, this wood that from this table that we're sitting at, came out of a building that was finished in 1850. That's a long time ago from right now. That's when it was lumber already. Before it was holding up the floor and the ceiling of that house, it was a tree. It was a seed in the soil somewhere on the planet, probably Adirondacks, hundreds of years ago, like when this country started, that's when this was a tree. And now it's a piece of furniture. Like that to me it gives me chills. I'm a hack of a carpenter, I tell people all the time. I used to have a friend that would call me a master woodworker. I'm like, no, stop saying that, because I'm not. I'm like one of the worst carpenters that you'll probably meet, but I just like being creative. Like, so I definitely consider myself more of an artist. I guess it's just something that happens naturally in the sense, that you're going to be making a table, but all the little details and the little different variations that you add or subtract are part of your artistic expression. So we want to try and create something that is functional, but create a beautiful end product. I need people to come here and experience this. I need them to see it, and people coming into the downtown area and hitting all these little shops and seeing the products is what has carried us 6+ years now. This will be one of the first years where we have as much already built things done probably in the history of the company, because we have so much free time. I think it'll be the same as it was before, hopefully.
Thank you to Chromoscope for really being a part of our community, even though they don't have a space downtown and are not a bid member. We appreciate everything that they have provided to us. And just being able to showcase our business community in that way is really impressive. You can really understand through some of these videos the individuals, the creativity, the artistry that our downtown businesses are made of. Our community is filled with so many creative individuals, and it shows, especially during this pandemic, what they have been able to accomplish during such an incredibly difficult year. When we talk about our business community, there are so many individuals that are deserving of these awards tonight. And we are so excited to be able to be here celebrating a few of these individuals. You guys, as people who are part of our community, nominated a lot of different individuals for these awards. And thank you for sending in those nominations, for supporting our downtown business community, and making sure that everybody can get through the pandemic to the end of this and on to the next slide. Let's start off with our first award for the evening. This is the Established Business of the Year Award. The award is presented to a business who has been in downtown Troy through the thick and thin and for the long haul, one that has helped put Troy on the map. They are a model to their fellow business owners, continuing to learn and expand their business to suit the changing market. And that last piece to me is so important for this year, to really change their business, because people have been changing their businesses over and over again throughout this pandemic, to really meet that market and be what they need to be for you. Here we have a video from our nominees in that category.
Hey everyone, my name's Teresa Van Dyne. I'm the owner here at T&J Soap. I opened my storefront here about 8.5 years ago after participating in some different local events and festivals, and I just love the idea that Troy was built on small businesses, and it is still such a big home to so many of us. And I loved the creative energy that was happening here. And I just felt at home. There was a strong community sense and a sense of belonging. And I'm glad that I made that choice. I'm glad that I can still call Troy my home, and I plan to see that for a long time in the future. And everybody remember to wash your hands.
People ask me actually quite often how Troy became the place for the broken mold. And it's really quite funny. I think that Troy sort of chose me. I was entering a new phase in my life and I was ready to leave, and I stumbled on a wonderful community of potters, and I decided not to leave and got introduced to the folks over at TAP and eventually Mr. Headley, and he had all these big, wonderful, beautiful buildings for cute little boutiques like the Broken Mold. And I was definitely encouraged to stay, and started to build my roots here right away.
Hi everybody, I'm Ree, and I have a shop in Troy called Truly Ree. And I have been here, it will be 14 years this coming September, and it's been delightful the entire 14 years. The Troy community is very supportive. The downtown area is always lively. We have the farmers market here during the summer. There's always activities during the winter. We have our wonderful Victorian stroll in December. So there's so many things that keep you going. And especially this past year, I've done a lot of business online, and we're really enjoying that. We do our Saturday morning live shows every Saturday at 11 o'clock. So we're even going to continue those shows even after everyone feels safe from the COVID year that we've had. But it really is a dream to be here, and I'm so happy. And I'm so happy to have been nominated. Thank you so much. And I hope to see everyone. Thank you.
As it's Women's History Month, I just have to point out that these are all three amazing women in our downtown. We have so many incredible women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, and it is so amazing to have such a diverse community. We would love to announce the winner of this award, and to announce this award tonight is Joyce Chan from our office, our communications administrator. So Joyce, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Katie. I want to say hi to everyone, and also say hi on behalf of our staff member, Trevor, from our street clean team. And congratulations to all the nominees. It's been amazing getting to know everyone and collaborate, work individually with everyone over the year. But especially for these three women for established business, I feel like all of them are very unique in their businesses and are really passionate about what they each individually do and have. I feel like Bianca at Broken Mode, she's always emphasized an inclusive workspace, really focusing on, handmade, the art of pottery. Teresa T&J Soap, you can smell her shop from half a block away. She's always coming up with great new scents and new ideas for all things to take a bath in and rest with. And for Ree at Truly Ree, she's also been in downtown for a long time. And people always say, who knows how to throw the best party? It's Ree. And it's amazing to see that she also built out a website and has a party every Saturday morning, across the US and internationally now. So congratulations to everyone. So I'm excited to announce the Established Business of the Year for 2020. And the winner is the Broken Mold.
Congratulations, Bianca.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's such a Troy is just such a special community, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it. Being a part of the group of the nominees of Ree and Teresa, they're extraordinary women and business leaders. I'm honored to be nominated with them. I think back 15 years ago when it was just Market Block Books and Carol of Auroras of Willow Creek, and I became part of the Market Block family. Now I step out my door and all what were empty storefronts today are filled with vibrant businesses and enthusiastic business owners, and it just fills my heart with so much joy. So I thank you to my friends, my family, the Broken Mold students and patrons that have made these 15 years wonderful, and cheers to another 15 years.
Thank you, Bianca. Congratulations to you. And I love the screaming in the background. I think they found out what you won. But really, thank you so much for everything you do in our community. I know you are so involved in many aspects that people don't even see. So appreciate everything you do.
Aw, thank you.
Well, up next, we will be announcing the New Business of the Year Award. So the New Business of the Year Award is presented to a business which has opened within the past year that has proven to be a standout in the downtown district and immersed themselves in the downtown community. Keep in mind, they also must have opened within the year of 2020, which is an incredible feat to have mastered for the year. Can't believe that we have so many amazing businesses that are continuing to open through this pandemic, and that they see the value and the community that is here in Troy. So congratulations to really anybody who has been able to open their business during this time and sustain their business during this time. Next, we have a word from our nominees.
We love Troy. We fell in love here in Troy before we first met and had our first date, but we fell in love with the magic and the community, the architecture that surrounds the area.
Yeah, I believe the energy of the people is amazing. Like everyone supports each other. Like the small business owners, they work as a community to make Troy a better town, and that's something incredible. Like that's something that we can pass to our family. That's why we choose love as a foundation of our family and our baby business.
We're so lucky. It's a great place to do business. It's it's just a beautiful place. We have the Troy Farmers Market, all these other amazing business owners, everyone doing something special and unique. It's not all cookie cutter. Everything's special and unique.
Hello, Troy. I'm Oliver. I'm the owner of Primo Botanica Chocolate down here at 200 Broadway in Troy. I just wanted to say thank you so much for nominating us for the Sammy Award this year. It's truly a amazing opportunity to be a part of downtown Troy. Not only is it a beautiful area, but there's clearly an extremely strong community that we are very happy to be a part of. Especially our area, we're right on the corner of 2nd and Broadway and River Street, so there's a ton of businesses. And I'm really looking forward to collaborate and continue collaborating with all of the businesses in Troy and in the surrounding capital region. If you don't know about our business model, we basically started making chocolate 4 years ago. It's my cousin and I. And we make chocolate from bean to bar, so basically from scratch. And so collaboration has always been a big part of our business model. And in November of 2020, we were looking for a space, and Hernan of Alias Coffee was also trying to open up a cafe in Troy, and Jeremy Cowan of Schmaltz Brewing was looking for some vendors to be a part of his tasting room. So we set up a collaborative business model at 200 Broadway, where it's a bar and tasting room, a espresso shop by day, and a chocolate shop. So it's a really interesting model where we're all able to collaborate on different experiences and events and different drinks. We're actually coming out with a beer brewed with coffee and my cacao beans. So it's really awesome, and we are excited to continue doing it for as long as we can. So thank you so much for nominating us for this award. We're looking forward to the ceremony and see who wins. So good luck to everybody.
For all of those nominees, every single one of them really felt like they were part of this community before they even opened their doors. They have really all found ways to engage themselves in what is going on downtown and make new friends, neighbors, and really be so supportive of this community and engage with people as often as possible. So congratulations to all of them. We have to announce our award tonight. Matt Callahan, he is the bid board president, but also is the GM of the Valley Cats and owns a property downtown. So thank you, Matt, for joining us tonight.
Absolutely, Katie. Thanks for having me. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate all the nominees. What an incredible group of individuals and businesses that make up the downtown Troy community. Just gets more impressive by the day. So hats off to all of you. Katie, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, what a year to open a new business. It's a daunting challenge anytime you undertake that, but to be able to make it happen in 2020, I mean, I can't even imagine what these nominees and what all the businesses went through. So good for you all. And I wish we could have 3 winners, but the winner is the Capital Region's first craft chocolate company, Primo Botanica. Congratulations to Oliver and Primo Botanica. Well done.
Oh, well, thank you guys. That's awesome. It's been doing this for it seems like a long time. Peanut butter chocolate is surprisingly a lot more work than dealing with regular chocolate. So it's been, it's great to get some recognition for that. So thank you, everybody. And congratulations to everyone else who has opened the business in Troy this past year. It's very inspiring to see this community come together, and I'm excited to work with everybody. So thank you, everybody.
Congratulations, Oliver. It means so much for you to be part of this community. I feel like I've known you forever already, just because you have been around for so long and have been collaborating with, other businesses. So it's no wonder that you would be able to open a business during this difficult year. And that, it shows so much that you're able to collaborate even within your own space with the other entities in your own building. So it's amazing that there's just so much collaboration happening in our community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have another video from Chromoscope showcasing one of our longstanding businesses in Troy.
I feel like it just defines who I am. It's like I get up every day and it's what I want to do. I love what I do. I am Pisha, owner of Flowers by Pisha. I do a lot of events, weddings, sympathies, birthday parties, walk-ins, a little of everything, whatever somebody needs. So I grew up in a flower shop. My parents owned one in Troy, and I evolved from there and just kept going with it. It's something I love. I have a big walk-in business, but now they can't come in. It's changed to more curbside pickup. I do a lot of deliveries, but I changed to adapt to their codes on what we have to do with their guidelines. You're not working from your office, you're home now, so you want life in your house. I was born Troy. I love Troy. My family's all here. I didn't want to leave. It doesn't feel like a job, which people say, but it just doesn't feel like a job.
There are so many different places that any of these businesses could call home, and it means so much that all of them have chosen to be here in Troy, to be part of this community. Every single business is so different from one another. And it's interesting when you look at other cities that tend to focus on very specific industries or really have a focus on retail versus restaurants or personal service, professional service, even places that don't necessarily have residential. Troy really stands out as one of those places that has a little bit of everything. And it shows in the diversity of businesses that we have downtown. And it's amazing to see that we have people who have been here for their entire lives. And we have people who are brand new to our community, and everybody feels like they are part of it. So I love that last video because it really showcases the breadth of types of businesses in our community and what it means to be a small business owner. Up next, we have a video that showcases some of the things that happened this past year. It is, amazing that we were able to do anything at all this past year, but really this community pushes forward, and it is a resilient community that is going to do whatever we can to make things happen and to be active, to be part of the community. So this is a little bit of what happened this past year. There are so many things that happened in that video. There's just such an incredible community that is really just moving and shaking and doing as much as we possibly can to make things happen here, to be engaged and offering something, right? It's amazing to see that other people throughout the state and throughout the country are recognizing us, even knowing that, Truly Ree talked about the fact that she's online, that people can now see our downtown from all over the world is really standing out. And as the bid director, we hear that all the time. Anytime I go anywhere, they say, whoa, you're the bid director from Troy? Troy stands out to me. I want to be a part of Troy. I want to open a business in Troy. I want to move to Troy. And it's so amazing to be part of a community that everybody feels the energy from. Up next, we have the Pivot Award. This award is new this year. It is different than anything that we've ever had to do before. But obviously 2020 was a very different kind of year. And businesses showed an incredible amount of strength, resiliency to be able to literally change their entire business models overnight, to consistently change them every hour, every day, every month, whatever they needed to do to stay in business. And it also shows that our community is here to support our businesses. And we thank you for doing that. And we hope that you will continue to do so. This award is new in 2021 and is presented to a business that has shown their resiliency during the pandemic by pivoting their business based on current day circumstances. And again, current day circumstances, because it is constantly changing. Here's a word from our nominees.
Hi, my name is Nadine Medina. I'm the owner of Troy Dance Factory. While the last year has been seemingly insurmountably hard, one of the most beautiful things that has come out of it is seeing the Troy Dance Factory community come together to make sure that this place stays afloat. From giving donations, gifting me their work bonuses, signing up for classes that they cannot take because they don't have room at home or because a family member had to move in because of COVID. But making sure that they signed up anyway and sending me an email saying, hey, just letting you know, I can't actually take the class, but I wanted to make sure that you got some money from me this session because I would be there otherwise, and I just love you. It's hard not to get emotional talking about it, but it's honestly been one of the most astonishingly special, beautiful, warming, humbling, amazing feelings. Thank you.
All right, last year was an interesting year. We did the best that we could do. We were able to do deliveries, which was great. We were able to do shipping, which was fantastic. We worked really hard on getting our outdoor patio together and made an environment that was going to be safe and friendly for everybody. We brought in other vendors and small businesses and had them sell goods here as well, and just tried to really, work with everybody and see the, benefit for everyone. So we really tried to push for the rising tide theory.
The Copper Pot is so grateful for being nominated for a Sammy Award. As you know, it's been a very difficult year for all businesses in this country, but because of our customers and because of our fans, we were able to make it through in really good shape. Last March, we pivoted and put out a toilet paper cake, and we sold 1,000. Over the summer, we did a silver screens movie series in downtown Troy, and you came out and you sat in the cold and you watched the movie with us and you rooted for us. And because of that, we're in really good shape moving forward. So thank you so much. We're so grateful to the city of Troy.
I just want to recognize every single one of our business owners throughout the past year that has had to change their entire business model to think on the spot and make things up as they go. To congratulate you on being such a resilient individual that you can push on, even though I know it is extremely, extremely, extremely difficult. congratulations to these 3 individuals that have, really been seen by their community and really recognized for their hard work and ability to adapt. So to announce this award tonight, we have Bill Fagan. He is with J Fagan Sons. Thank you, Bill. Bill has been around the entire time I have known Troy and before that, and he is always has a smile on his face. So thank you for being part of this community, Bill.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate, and congratulations to all of our nominees tonight, all of our winners. This is an event where everyone is a winner, really. Everyone is a winner. But, someone has to get more votes than someone else, and that's just a fact of life every once in a while. But it is a remarkable event that we're having here tonight to showcase all of these businesses which have all contributed to the resurgence of the downtown especially, but our city as a whole. And even with the pandemic and the uncertainty of the past year, we still see places opening up. We still see people coming in. We still see construction going on. Renovation is ongoing. And our family's been doing business in downtown for 111 years. We've seen a lot of highs. We've seen a lot of lows. What has happened the past few years, even with the pandemic, is still a high. It is a testament to all of our businesses and nominees tonight, and it's a testament to Kate in the bid, the chamber, all sorts of organizations who all work together to keep everything heading in the right direction. The winner of the Pivot Award, however, in a very, very close ballot, is the Troy Dance Factory. And what this also shows is that it's not all just rank and file retail commerce. It's not all food consumption. It's not all professional services. It's also the arts. The arts play just as significant a role as do anything else. And it shows in our community. It shows in our downtown with all of the galleries we have, all of the eclectic, unique places, businesses that all contribute to our kaleidoscope of what we call our Troy. Just a few words about Nadine, because I know she can't be here tonight to accept the award because she's working. And that's what I've noticed about a lot of successful people. You can't get to them at times because they're always working. But Nadine is the owner, the choreographer, and the instructor of the Troy Dance Factory. And she has over 30 years experience in tap, jazz, ballet, hip hop, teaching, choreography. She's worked with some of the industry leaders, such as Wade Robinson, Tice DiOrio, Desmond Richardson, Robert Hoffman, all from the metropolitan New York City area. She has completed the two-day artist development intensive course with Galen Dancer, and her studio was named the best dance studio for the second year in a row, which is a testament to her. More recently, she was recognized as a Capital Region, one of the primary Capital Region creatives under 40. And she continues. She's the dance columnist for the Collaborative magazine, and her season 1 show for the Synergia Dance Project named Dark Blue Sea was used and performed over at Proctor's. So She continues to be humbled, inspired by her peers, and is excited to share her passion for art form. Congratulations to Nadine, and thank you so much for being part of our community.
Thank you, Bill. And we actually have a video from Nadine as well, so happy to show that. Thank you for being here to announce that, Bill.
Thank you so much for awarding Troy Dance Factory the Pivot Award for this year's Sammy ceremony. Knowing that the community sees and honors and acknowledges all the work that we've been doing over the last year to adapt, to just stay afloat, it's really uplifting. In a time where it's very necessary to uplift each other. So thank you very much. And thank you to the BID for adding that award to this year's Sammys, to be able to acknowledge all the business owners who have worked so hard just to try to keep their doors open for the year, which has been no small feat at all. We're actually sitting in my, right now, very messy, admittedly, I'm sorry, home studio. I am a jeweler as well, which is something that I had to pick back up this year because I wasn't able to pay myself through the studio. So I needed to have another source of income. So I relaunched my jewelry business, which is the mess that you see around me. But this is also where Dory and I sit and we figure out what to do next. So we actually shut down a week or two before the state mandated us to do so. We saw the writing on the wall. We were very uncomfortable with where the pandemic was going. And we shut down 270 dancers and about 30 classes, which was a lot of coordinating. In fact, I had to offer a bunch of sort of freebies later down the road to make up for that week, and also to say thank you to everyone for their flexibility during that time, because without them being okay with that, and literally all but maybe 4 people came back virtually after that shutdown, which is crazy to me. I expected so many people would drop out. Man, this community has been amazing. From dancers giving donations, signing up for classes they can't take just because they want us to have their money. I had a dancer give me his entire work bonus that he got that year. I mean, yeah, people have been absolutely amazing. So that being said, yeah, we've been virtual for over a year. Dory's actually been teaching out of her home, where she laid dance flooring down in her living room so that she could do that. I've been teaching out of a huge, empty, still quiet studio with my 9-foot screen and my projector for that year. And we, every so often, we meet up and we say, like, hey, what'd you learn? Anything new about Zoom that you learned? Any new tips and tricks? And we've had students email us tips and tricks and things that we've just been able to incorporate to hope to make our Zoom experience just as easy as possible for everyone taking our classes. Choreography has changed a lot. No partner work. There are a lot of things we don't teach out of safety concerns. So, you know, I don't teach leaps in my classes because I can't see if your floor is free and clear of obstacles. And if I give you something unsafe to do via Zoom and you do it and you get hurt, that's not good for anyone. So it's changed a lot, but everyone's been really amazing about those changes, and everyone sees the light at the end of the tunnel. I've done some things to try to help the community during this time, specifically the musicians in the community. I don't know if anyone's familiar, but I did the improv sessions where I would invite musicians to join us via Zoom and play a few live acoustic pieces that I would coordinate improvisation exercises to. And anyone who signed up for that Zoom class, all that money would go to those artists to help offset the gigs that they were losing during that time. I was really jonesing for some duet work, but with pandemic, and this was before we could even reopen with masks, we obviously couldn't do that kind of work. So I would choreograph pieces where I called my Duets Reimagined series that looked like duets, but they were on a split screen. So we played around with that idea. That was a lot of fun. So some really cool things came out of this experience. And I now have my jewelry business back up and running, so that's pretty cool. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I am reopening my doors for the first time in over a year in like a week or two. So mid-April, I will be teaching actual people in the room behind me. Wish me luck. I hope I remember how to do that. Just kidding. Anyway, but this has been really awesome because it gives me that little boost that I need to keep that confidence and to say, okay, we've had blinders on and put a brave face on this whole time, but people noticed. And so I appreciate you. And I know Dory does too. Thank you.
So Nadine is actually at her studio right now, giving a class. So she was unable to join us tonight, but thank you to her for providing that video. And a huge congratulations to Nadine and to everybody else who was nominated for this evening. We recognize that, you know, everybody has done so much during this time, and it's amazing to be able to recognize these individuals. There are also so many individuals in our community. Remember that it does help to follow on social media. If you want to go and congratulate our winners tonight, congratulate our nominees, follow them on their social media accounts by liking and commenting on their posts, sharing their posts. It was definitely a great way to share with your own network as well. So go over there and congratulate them if you can tonight. Up next, we have another video from Chromoscope, this one looking at Bacchus. It's amazing to be able to look at some different types of businesses in our community and kind of understand what it is that they do in their business.
We were trying to figure out what to do with the space, and somebody had left a mold of Bacchus on my desk. And I said, you know what would be cool is if we made a pizza oven with the mouth of the god, the mouth of the pizza oven. It took us a little while, and we built it all out, and we ended up with Bacchus as it is today.
Well, I've been here probably 5 years. Started out as a part-time retirement job, and I still only do it 3 days a week, but I think it's about the most fun a person can have for 3 days a week. Customers of Bacchus are this community of people, many of whom are friends, many of whom have been coming here longer than I've been working here. I always feel like I could walk into Bacchus as a customer any time of the day, and I would know 5 people here.
Out of 14 years, we've been closed 2 days that we were supposed to be open, and those 2 days happened just recently. The COVID virus has, hit everybody pretty good, and just adapting to this new environment is a little bit of a challenge. We would like to just be able to see our friends again. I think that's one of the biggest feelings that everybody has, and certainly this was a place of life, so lively, so long. We just can't wait for the day that we can actually sit here and laugh like we used to.
I think Bacchus will come back to quote-unquote normal very quickly because the world is going to change. It has changed already, but I think Bacchus might end up being a kind of a sea of normalcy in the good old days.
I love that last little note that this is almost like home, right? That Troy, even though the world is a little crazy right now, Troy feels like home. If it is your community, it is a space that will never go away. For our last award tonight, we will be announcing remember which award we are announcing. We are announcing this is not on my list, sorry. The Sammy Spirit Award, which is actually not a business, it is for an individual. And it's an individual that really is part of this community, is giving of themselves. They volunteer their time to activities, causes, and positive programming. And each of these nominees really has given so much of themselves in different ways. I think every single one of these nominees is, in a different industry. They're in a different network. But as individuals, they have really shaped their own communities within Troy. So here's a word from our nominees.
Hello, Troy. I'm Barb Nelson. Welcome to TAP. We're here to talk about Troy. one of my favorite topics. In fact, I love talking about cities. Cities are buildings and roads and infrastructure, of course, but cities are made up of people living together as one civic unit, if you will. Research shows us that in cities of 25 to 50,000 people, our ability to know each other is greatly enhanced. So we all have networks. We have our business networks, our school networks, our kids' networks, religious, cultural, you name it. So we all have multiple networks. And in a city this size, those networks are broad enough and intertwined enough that we individually can each know what's going on, and we can care, and we can step up, and we can feel comfortable stepping up to speak, to voice our opinions, and to actually change things, and to help each other out. So Troy is that city for me. Troy is that beautifully layered set of networks where people can understand what it takes to keep the city healthy. As a kid, I grew up in many cities, suburbs mostly, but New York, Michigan, New Jersey, California. I'm one of a family of 6 kids and 2 parents, and my parents were always taking other people in. So we had a community. It wasn't until I came to college here in Troy that I found the need and the skills to reach out and build a community. They say there's the family that we're born into and the family that we choose. And Troy is that family for me. In fact, I feel like it's the family that chose me, and I am truly grateful for that. So thank you. Thank you, Troy.
I graduated from RPI, then I went to Florida for some more school, and I moved back. Then I started working in New York City, then I moved back again. And what has kept bringing me back was that sense of community, but also the sense of being able to do something that'll have a lasting and immediate and visible impact. Just being a person or a group of people. We've been able to build up communities, we've been able to build businesses and help other people build their businesses. And I think there's a lot of work still to do in Troy, but I think we can get a lot done by doing it together.
So many of our nominees tonight have talked about this importance of this community, that they keep coming back, that Troy picks them, that they're chosen by Troy. And it means so much that anybody can really feel like Troy is their home, that Troy is their place. We have for this nomination, the announcer tonight is Steve Strikeman. Steve is the Commissioner of Planning and Economic Development, but also the Director of the Local Development Corporation and the Capital Resource Corporation. So Steve, thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you for all you do in Troy.
Well, thank you, Katie, and thank you. And whether I'm representing the Capital Resource Corporation or the City of Troy or the Troy Local Development Corporation, it's always a pleasure to work with you and Joyce and the bid on the projects that promote and enhance downtown for our businesses, our residents, your members and patrons as well. I'd like to say congratulations to all the nominees for the Sammy Spirit Award. And more importantly, I would like to say thank you for everything you do. Everything you do that's really made Troy such a great place to be. I take special pride tonight in being able to announce the winner, because this year's winner is actually the one who brought me back to Troy and made me a great part of this community. And this person is really the spirit of the Sammy Spirit Award. So congratulations to Barb Nelson of TAP. I met Barb 6 years ago as the lead architect for the Breathing Lights project, which took a negative and turned it into a great asset for the city of Troy for people to come and visit. Barb's everywhere in the community. She's at community meetings. She's designing the public spaces that we had last summer to help our restaurants and businesses in response to COVID. She served on the planning commission. She's at meetings there. Even when she was at RPI, Barb was always trying to find projects that could enhance the city. And every summer you can find her with a broom and a paintbrush creating creative crosswalks and other projects that make Troy the great place that it is. So congratulations, Barb Nelson.
Thank you, Steve. That's wonderful. Thank you, everyone. What a great honor to be selected for the Sammy Spirit Award. I mean, Uncle Sam was a brick maker, right? So we're architects. We have worked on hundreds of thousands of buildings in Troy. So we're probably touching Uncle Sam's bricks on a regular basis. That's really cool. Thank you, Katie and Joyce and all of the BID members. You do so much to keep our downtown business vibrant, and thank you for valuing the creativity and the spirit that we all enjoy here throughout the whole city of Troy. I need to shout out to my fellow nominees. Jamel, I love you. What a great guy. And he's going to do more and more amazing things. And Bob, I enjoyed getting to know you through this process. And I have a business plan that I would like to talk to you about. A shout out to TAP, my staff that is talented and dedicated. We closed down for a bit because the governor said we had to leave the office, but boy, they couldn't wait. Most of them just couldn't wait to get back into the office. And some of them had kids at home, so that didn't hurt. But no, my staff is amazing. They're just amazing. They're dedicated and they love the work they do. They believe in the work they do. My board is truly helpful and supportive of everything I do. And working at TAP, I mean, it lets me bring my professional talents as an architect, my wannabe urban planner. I get to dabble in that. And I get to paint the streets. I mean, come on, how much fun is that? And I get to do it all under the umbrella of TAP, of community building and placemaking. And placemaking is so easy in Troy because we're not really making places, we're keeping. It's more like place keeping because the place is the people that use it and that visit it. And when we are able to help a neighborhood group envision a better environment for their urban spaces, then I'm just thrilled to be able to help them out. So hey, we'll see you in Summer Square very soon. I look forward to dining outside and shopping again. We'll get there. It's been a crazy, crazy year, but we'll get there together. Thank you.
Congratulations, Barb. Thank you for everything you do. We worked very closely together last summer and made sure that everything happened, and painting circles on the ground and all.
Paint the grass even.
Painting grass. There's some pictures in there. So appreciate really everything you do.
Thank you.
And so much time that you put into this community.
It's easy.
Appreciate everything.
Thanks.
Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. Also, congratulations to our nominees. Every single one of these individuals has had an incredible impact in Troy, and cannot thank them enough for everything that they do in this community. Also, a huge thank you to every single one of our business owners, the members of the BID, and really those that are part of this community. This community would not be what it is without all of you and everything that you bring to this wonderful, wonderful city. A huge shout out to all of our sponsors for this evening. I will say them again. J Fagan Sons, who was with us earlier, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, the Troy Capital Resource Corporation and Troy Local Development Corporation, the Kaleel Jamison Consulting Group, Pattison, Sampson, Ginsberg, and Griffin, Muddaddy Flats, Nacho Average Quesadilla, E. Stewart Jones, Hacker Murphy, United Group of Companies with City Station, the Rosenblum Companies, Assembly Member John McDonald, the Delia Accounting and Cash Management, and Ross Valve. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of the BID, the more income that we have, the more we can do in our community. So if you are interested in that, please reach out. A huge thank you to Agora Media, Richard in the back room over here, just trying to make everything run on the back end. Thank you to him and for creating a lot of our videos tonight. Joyce Chan, our communications administrator, she went out and took so many videos of these individuals and is really out all the time making sure that this community is running and that we're talking about our community so that others know what we're up to. Also a thank you to Trevor, who you will probably see on the street all the time. He does so much work and is just such an incredible human being. So thank you to him for everything he does. Chromoscope, again, thank you for the videos and for the collaboration this year. A huge thank you to our board of directors for everything they do. And if you are interested in the board, nominating petitions are due April 5th. So if you are interested in joining our board, please reach out. To all of you that are watching, our business community, anybody who is part of this community that just wants to know what's going on. I know we have people watching from all over. I know Barb is not in Troy right now. She's actually with her sister and their entire family's watching. So I'm glad that all of you are here to celebrate us, even though you may not be living in Troy. You are part of this community as well. So thank you. Go enjoy some takeout. Go shop, dine, and explore downtown Troy. Go to our website and find different ways that you can experience what's going on. And as Barb said, we will be back with summer programming. Would love to see you out and about this summer and before that too. So we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for everything you do.